Yamada is finally getting his ship with, I hope it's Nishi. I might not remember the name very correctly, but I think it's Nishi. I think it's pretty cute. Another kind of polar opposite romance in how he's kind of like more of an outgoing guy, and she's a very like shy girl. But it's not really like in love yet. Like you said before, he's on the verge. He's on the path to falling in love, but he's not really there just yet. So that's, I hope, going to be a great romance. We'll see in season 2 and the rest of the season. But we haven't been introduced to the final romance in the season, so I hope we get introduced to that quick. So yeah, let's just get to the episode. No fucking subs. Yo! Gomapon the goat! Oh, culture festivals. Well, those are always fun. Let's see if they do a maid cafe or a haunted house. I'm betting on maid cafe.
残念ながら第一候補の劇は抽選で落選。
Okay, play is also a very common one. Honestly, maid cafe, haunted house, play. Those are the only 3 that ever get chosen in a thing.
2年7組は飲食部門になりました。
Food and beverage. That's honestly pretty good, being able to cook and shit. I honestly like that. Catering is something I enjoy. Who the fuck is the one? Oh, okay, it's the Yeti. I was wondering who is the one talking. The Elites, the Going Home Club. There's a manga I've read with an actual Going Home Club. That's a pretty fun read.
そういえばお前夏休み谷と図書館行ってた？
なんで知ってんの？
ガパチョが見たって。
Who the fuck is Gapacho? Bro, who is Gapacho? This motherfucker has never... Bro, I don't know. I have so many questions, but Gapacho never appeared. He could be a Ramparts of Ice character, but I highly doubt it.
またかよガパチョ。
何？図書館デート？超気合いじゃん。
いやそれは結局。
What? No, I remember the date from last episode. It was... Well, she did play with Tempura, but I don't think that was the entire date.
いうか私のことより山田は結局どうなったの？夏休み前連絡先交換したことは？
Oh yeah, we just skipped over like most of summer break. It's kind of crazy.
私も聞きたい。
まあ連絡はぼちぼち取ってるけど、それだけっていうか。
おや？
I mean, it's kind of hard to break the ice sometimes, and like with the girl so shy, even though it's on text instead of offline, I still feel as if there's still like some hurdles to cross in terms of making her a bit more outgoing. But we're slowly crossing that bridge. It doesn't have to be immediate, right? Yeah, it doesn't have to be immediate.
全然ダメ。メッセージはやり取りしてたけど、あまりにも私が不慣れで、どう返そうかいろいろ考えすぎちゃうし。もう来た。けど山田くん返信サクッと。
You know, I kind of fall into this trap as well because like I also text really. I once texted a girl I kind of liked, though not really. And I remember that she said like straight to my face, you're a bland texter, and that really hurt me. But it kind of true in that I also really like reply short, like really short, and it's like I don't really give any pizzazz or any sort of thing to my text.
してるから。あれ、私の文章無駄に長すぎ。もしかして自分かなり気持ち悪いんじゃないかって。どうし
No, it's just sometimes people just don't have anything to say. It's just like, damn. That's it, you know? You can't really... Sometimes it's just all that can come out of your
で
mouth.
も怖くなってる。
嫌なら無視しちゃえば。
No, what? That's the worst advice of all time. It's not that... Like, she would never want to ignore him because she doesn't really mind that from him. I feel like she just kind of misconstrues what he means.
いや、ではないと思う。けど通話しないって聞かれて、もうすでに2回断っちゃった。あらららら。
Damn, okay, then... then that's on you, girl. I feel like if you don't want to call, that's fine. But if you want to call, why are you rejecting him?
とっさに嘘ついて多分バレてるし、拒絶したいわけじゃないのに拒絶してる人み
Resistant to males. I'm also with 0 resistance to males.
たいになってる。
それは微妙かもな。
でも文章の返信は来るなら単に喋るのが苦手とか？
それもありそうなんだよな。つかもう
It's
俺には
hard,
わかん
man.
ね
It's hard.
て
You
いう
don't know.
かどんな相手なのか気になる。
山田って今までゲラっぽい明るい子と付き合ってるイメージだけど。
Nah, I mean that's the kind of like you, but that's the kind of guy people expected you to date as well. But you went with Tami. Again, polar opposites attract. You and I polar opposites this whole thing.
楽しそう。
まあそうなんだけど。
おさらいしてみよう。山田マジでウケるんだけど。
Oh yeah, that's Yaman. I forgot that he didn't have like the blonde hair from before.
意外な人の笑顔に惹かれやすい男山。
Yeah, I remember we got into this last episode, but Yamada kind of likes it when people he doesn't expect to smile. So the more shy, introverted types, when they smile, he's kind of like, oh, I kind of want to make them smile. You know, it's like there's a little bit of like an unlikely smile. Yeah.
そんなある日、もう気づいてるかもだけど、山田のこと好きなんだよね。
Yeah, it's like the girls that are really outgoing, like with him, it's like they're friends and they match the vibe, but he's not really interested about them, you know? But with the shy girls that are like unlikely smiles, he's like interested in them, but it doesn't translate to romance just yet.
じゃ付き合うか。
What?
あ
Has experienced dating. One-sided love return rate, 0%. That's not good.
まあ山田はこんなんだけど、前の彼女と結構
I mean, would you just date someone? I mean, I feel like you need to hold some standards, obviously, but like, if someone likes you and you don't hate them, well, not don't hate them, but you like them, even you enjoy their company and shit. I feel as if at that point, yeah, maybe you could date, but it's all up to you, you know? It's about what you're comfortable with, whether you're comfortable possibly ruining a perfectly good friendship. It's all up to you, really. You don't have to do it, you don't have to not do it. It's just whatever floats your boat.
長かったんだよ。
こんなんてなんだ。まあ今も普通に仲いいけど。
いいね。送ってみたかったぜ。
Girl, you are 16 years old. Stop talking about, oh, the youth I wish I had. Bitch, you're still in your youth. Fuck these cameras in chat. But you're still in your youth. Okay.
旬だわ。
まずまだ青春は間に合う。
Yes. You're acting like you're some fucking old ass baba, but you're a young girl as well. You're not even like a woman yet.
けどわかる。人とちゃんと付き合った経験があるって羨ましいよね。
Yeah.
いろいろ引き出しができそうで。
鈴木も今そうじゃん。
私はほぼ初めてみたいなもんだから。
I guess like if you've already gone through your first relationship, that's different from like going through your first relationship right now because you're still going through the motions and everything. You don't have like a post-mortem or what's it called again? Hindsight because you're still in the moment. So I guess it is a little bit different, but I'd say all of them are probably better than having no experience or current experience anyway, so
探り探りだよ。
which is what I have.
お前、りっちゃんのことなかったことにすんなよ。
りっちゃん。
Richan. Oh, remember this, yes.
とり
Alright, let's get back to the rest of the episode. What's the title?
あえず緑系のやつ見つ
Oh, they're getting decorations. I was wondering what they're shopping for, but okay.
ろっとけば大丈夫だろう。うん。うちの制服。
Oh, he doesn't know them? Nah, fair enough. It's not like these two are popular or anything.
缶バッジカバーと縫いスタンド欲しいんだよね。縫い
I wonder what Nishi's class is doing. Maybe Yamada's asked her already.
ねえほんちゃん、あれあの人前に言ってた谷君。
Oh yeah, I forgot that she knew Tani-kun from the library. Yeah.
ギャル彼女ラノベ主人公メガネの人。
The respectable light novel protagonist with a Gyaru girlfriend. Suzuki's a bit of a Gyaru. I feel like Gyaru is a very general term these days, but he does kind of fit that trope, doesn't he? Though he doesn't look like that. He's not even like that, like otaku or anything. He's not really nerdy. He's just like cool, bespectacled guy.
何それ。
Does he think they're talking shit about him? Come on, Tyra, you're not that important.
おい谷さっさと
Wait a minute. I think there might be a good dub moment here. Let me check.
Let's go.
Yeah, no. I was wrong.
出るぞ
Come on, you can't. Oh, okay, it's a trauma response because he's used to being made fun of. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense, but it's just, come on, man. You can't just assume that they're talking bad about you. They could be talking about you, maybe talking about Tani, but they're not talking about. They might not be talking bad
明
about
らか
you.
にこっちを見て何か言ってた
But I get the trauma though.
何
100均マジで何でもあるわ。
Yeah.
え、何？誰りっちゃん？
Oh, back to this. We're going.
ひでえなおい農家にしてやんなよな
I
そういうん
mean,
じゃなくてあれ
okay, I don't think he does, but I'll get into why after we get the backstory.
申し訳なかったというか未熟だったというか
Yeah.
見てでっかメニュー表できた
Why are they made out of those? Okay, let's look at this menu. I don't know what this is. Hot dog, obviously. It's probably just like karaage balls or some kind of like fried chicken balls. This is probably karaage and fries. Then drinks. Very limited menu selection.
すげえこれ完全にあの店じゃんでしょ
Won't those be like really expensive to make? Are you only gonna have one of them displayed in the store? Or are you gonna give a copy to every single customer? And I hope you have a bigger menu than that.
イラストも描いた。
やばプロじゃん
ねえねえ山田、りっちゃんってどんな人なの？
いや
超いいやつ
へえ。
Okay, let me guess. Because Azuma has such terrible experience in relationships, she thought that maybe she'd find something to relate with to Suzuki, in that Suzuki also had like a really terrible relationship as to not wanting to count it as like her first relationship. But then after hearing that, she's like, oh, I guess there's not someone I can share the misery with.
っていうか文化祭来るっつってたから会えんじゃね
Oh, I forgot about that.
次さどっか行
Man, are these sounds just like where do they get these sounds? Like, are they just like the Japanese equivalent of a stock sound, like these summer sounds? Ah well, ice cream during the summer is pretty cool. When I met you in the summer.
谷ってさ鈴木が初彼女
What did you think? Okay.
だったらさ付き合うってどうすんのとかああ俺経験足んねえなとか気になんねえの
I feel like especially at a high school age, it's very normal to think that way, but like you're never gonna get experience if you don't try, right? Like staying in the mindset of, oh, I don't have enough experience to do this. Like, yeah, everyone in life at some point never had enough experience. It's just a matter of whether you want to get that experience yourself. The Markiplier mindset.
まあそういうのこいつは気にしねえやつなんだろうけど
Nah, I mean, on the outside he seems so cool and Sigma, but on the inside he does definitely worry about that shit. I mean, we saw that one episode where he Googled like how to keep a conversation with his girlfriend going, and like he does care, especially when it comes to Suzuki. So I wouldn't say that.
谷のこと見下してたくせに谷に自分を重ねて参考にしようとしてんのだせ思うよ
That's true.
ずっと自信ない
And it's kind of weird because like Tyra said, he went from looking down on Tani, thinking he's like not like in the lower ranks of the hierarchy, to like using him as a reference as to like people in relationships. And so the fact that Tani is so willing to admit this not only shows that he's able to be a little bit vulnerable with Tyra, but it also shows that to Tyra that you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to even be that confident. You just need to like be able to go with the flow in the relationship and just be able to like be comfortable in that relationship. And even if you lack a little bit of confidence, it's okay. You find your way eventually. You find a little sweet spot and the dynamic that works for you. And well, every couple's different. If you lack confidence, maybe that she can help you with that. If she lacks confidence, maybe you can help her with that. If you both lack confidence, then you can share a little bit of misery and also make yourselves improve. It's just couples are supposed to rise people up. Even if you don't have the confidence that you are gonna be a good one, you still should make the effort to try your best. Like not having confidence or experience is no excuse to not try your best.
そうなん
But then again, I've never been in a relationship before, so I don't know. Well, I love meat too.
文化祭スタート
Oh,
じゃ
students and
1
stuff.
日目楽しんでこうぜ
Yo, why did these two get stuck with the worst ones? They had to go shopping and now they have to make the food. Like these motherfuckers are just fooling around, drawing shit, while the other two are just doing all the work. What did he win? And why is he so sad about winning? Okay, I was dissing the menu for looking really small, but that looks good! God damn!
2日目は
Sold out! Nice!
挽回褒美今日は谷くんと2人で回るのだ
うるせえ
Shouldn't you have done that yesterday? Because yesterday didn't have visitors, so it would be less busy. So that means you needed less hands, which means that you can. Ah, whatever.
言ってら鈴木も T シャツ真っ黒じゃん
Why did they just write? I'm sure it's phrases. Like the fact that it looks like lines is just because they couldn't be bothered to actually write the phrases.
谷くんも書いてよ
何を
私へのメッセージ
What's it gonna be?
鈴木
Bro, don't read it. It's embarrassing. Come on, give him a little bit of privacy, man. Like, it's gonna.
さん
Come on, Tyra.
ほら声に出して読むんじゃないよ
Yes.
声に出さなくても読まないでよ
Don't read it at all.
つうかいまだに鈴木さん鈴木でよくね
確かに
確かにじゃないんだよ
That's true. Also, is Suzuki your first name or last name? I'm assuming it's first.
どこから回ろっか谷くん去年どう回っ
Japanese style. I mean, obviously Japanese people like their own food, but I feel like it's kind of like you get tired of your own country's food, you want to see something else. Like in Malaysia, I love Malaysian food as much as the next guy, but sometimes I crave Japanese or Mexican or something like. Yeah.
てた
クラスの出し物が劇だったから当日そんなに回ってない
じゃあ私が最高
Bowling's honestly really fun. Like honestly, this culture festival seems way more unique or uniquer, I guess, in that like there's no meat cafes, it's like regular food stalls and they kind of specialize in shit. And it's fucking bowling too.
プランを立てて案内するから
ありがとう
I don't trust Suzuki with putting a plan together, not gonna lie. Wait a minute. That kind of looks like Koyun from Ramparts, but not really.
まずは時間の決まっている出し物優先で
Hit rope. Of course. The band is like, there's always one that's
だ
guaranteed.
から PTA のところでお茶と焼き菓子をゲッ
The PTA? What's that?
クラスの展示や文化部の展示も忘れず
Global warming? I mean, yeah, that's a problem, but I don't really want to think about that in a culture festival. Stop doing.
に
Oh. That's really sad, not gonna lie. I feel bad for Nishi, bro. No one came.
暇だ。さっきから何人もの人がちらりと覗いては去ってゆく。もしかして私から負のオーラが。
I mean, it's just a photography club. I don't think people are that interested in a photography club of all things. Just look at Iruduku, for example.
あれここも展示？
わあ、この二人は。
Yeah, Suzuki and Dani. Come on.
少し接点がある人の方が逆に気まずい。
Yeah, because then you don't know what, like, mode to be on. You don't know whether you're, like, in comfortable friend mode or, like, normal, like, showing around the club room kind of mode. It's like, it's kind of like when friends show up to your workplace. It's like, what, should I be a normal worker or should I, like, you know, be a, what's it called again? Be a normal friend. I almost forgot what the word friend was.
いやいやいや、二人図書員同じだよねみたいな動きしてる。ごめんなさい、そこをフックに話広げられるほど親しくはないの。
ここ
I mean, that's okay, because, like, it could be a conversation starter, but you can actually move on to other things, like what kind of books you like, why'd you choose to work at the book at the library, right? Like, what are your interests or some shit? You could branch easily into something
で
else.
喋りながら見ても大丈夫ですか？
全然大丈夫です。
Honestly, why wouldn't it be fine? Right? There's no reason why not.
やっぱ付き合ってるのかな。
写真
Why are you wondering
部
that?
っていつ
No
活動
shit
して
they
る
are.
の？
私に話しかけるの？部活として集まったりはしてなくて、個人活動的な。
そう
Well, at that point, what's the point of a club, right? Like, if you're gonna be a club, you might as well, like, gather, take some nice photos together, share your photos and shit. But it's just like, if you work individually, there's no real point to it. It's just like, go take photos. Then, in this culture festival, we just show them off. It's kind of lame.
そうなんだ。
Once again, Iroduku, bro. That shit was actually kind of crazy.
この写真好き。
それ私です。
Aw.
色綺麗。すごいね。
いや、全然大したものでは。
へえ、私めっちゃ好きこれ。何か特別な技術やカメラを。
いや、そん
You just need, like, a good lens. And obviously a good camera, but I feel like lens is the most important
ない
thing.
のでもなくて、
But then again, I'm not a camera expert, so don't ask me.
初心者向けのカメラで。
ほう。すごい。谷くんはどれが好き？
これ
猫じゃん。
Of all the things you choose, I mean, he must love his pet cat Tempura, even though it's got the fucking Tyra voice. Ow, ow, ow. Tyra, what were you doing, bro?
いや、いい写真だけど、谷くん猫好きなだけじゃん、もう。
Yeah.
ねえ。いろいろ教えてくれてありがとう。
Oh, hey, she drew the little Yeti on Tani. That's cute. Let me guess, the next one that's gonna pull up is Yamada. It's not like I've watched this episode before, no.
なんか、結構上手に喋れた気がする。
Yeah, you did well, you showed them
会話
well.
のラリーが続いたし、シーンってならなかったし。
Hey, the Malays, we have the saying, sedikit dikit menjadi bukit. Little by little, things can become a mountain. It might just be a little bit of self-confidence, but little by little, that self-confidence will become a mountain that is impervious. I don't really know the mountain metaphor, doesn't really go that far.
続いたし、シーンってならなかったし。ああ、毎回さっきみたいになればいいのに。
It's
緊
okay.
張しすぎないようにハキハキと。
Oh boy, she's gonna be very nervous right now. Oh
今ど
boy.
こ？そっち迎えに行くわ。
もっと明るく感じよく。
今何見える？
Don't tell me they're gonna run into each other right now. I thought he was just gonna go in, but no.
元気に。
Also, I think Yamada's talking with Richard on the phone. That's my prediction.
お久しぶりです。
bro, you broke your phone, but okay.
あれ
Yeah, you actually broke your phone, bro. Come on.
もしもしおーい
平さちょっと表出たら
いい今日は誰が来るかわかんね
Also, like, he's not really. I mean, he's not. He's actually pretty attractive. It's just, I feel like you're better working out front because you can actually, attract customers.
えし
お前せっかく買われたのにいろいろ損するぞ。
That's true though too.
おい
ほらほら外の世界も案外楽しいから。
やめろって
あね
あ
え山田ってこのクラス
あはい
あれさっき
That's Richan. Sorry, I have to work on my phone a little bit, but that's Richan. That's
い
him.
たんだけど。
Probably.
そうなの急に電話切れるしどこいるんだろうまあいいやありがとう自分で探します
Why does he sound so familiar? I'm not gonna look up who voices him, but he sounds so familiar.
イケメン。
Tyler, come on. Like, I kind of get it. You're jealous of people that are popular with the girls, but come on. And he did look kind of handsome, so I don't think he's a bad enough guy for you, though. You really like those bad guys, though. Ugh.
あれ今のって。
楽しかった、
Richan
ストラックアウト景品もらえて嬉しいね
struck out. Oh, you mean the bowling?
前見ないと危ないよ
はーい
あれ
鈴木さん
ミユ
So Suzuki is last name. Mew is first name. Oh.
わやっぱミユじゃん久しぶり
リヒト
That's where the re
あれ
comes from.
おか
Huh?
あ佐藤久しぶり
来てたんだ。
Interesting though that she uses last name, but he uses first name. I see. Presumably.
知り合い
うん中学の。
あ谷くんこちら中学の同級生の岡く
That, or everyone's just Suzuki is actually first name and everyone's using that
ん
instead.
です
I don't know.
岡は一人で来たの。
いや高校の友達と一瞬単独行動してるだけ山田と佐藤とミユが同じクラスって聞いてたから会えるかなって思って
Alright. He does have a lot of like popular ikemen aura, kind of like Chitose, honestly. But yeah, as the boyfriend, you definitely kind of feel out of the loop in this. Like, what the fuck is this guy? You feel as if you know your girlfriend, and then suddenly you get thrown curveballs like this, and it's like, do I really know my girlfriend now?
いやーほんと久しぶり
Why
いつ
so
ぶり
awkward?
卒業ぶりくらいじゃね
元気してた
まあぼちぼち
Honestly, I don't really feel this way when I'm talking with like old classmates, like high school friends. I don't think they like me very much, but honestly, I don't think they really. I'm really that awkward. I just kind of like talk to them regularly. Not regularly as in often. Regularly as in normally. But this is very awkward.
気まずい。
Yeah.
久しぶ
But
り
I
すぎ
guess it is towards. This is between exes, kind of. So.
て無難な会話でニコニコやり過ごすことしかできないよおい山田今すぐ来てくれ
いや
Well, Yamada's too busy talking to his girl, so you gotta speed things
も
along.
うだいぶ時間
Or I guess stall out,
だ
sorry.
ったし何事もなかった感じでいけんじゃねとか思ったけど全然だったわあの時変な感じにならなければミユのそれおかしいって
人間誰しもビートからは逃れ
Man, Suzuki with black hair is weird as fuck.
んのだよ
どこの有識者だよ
なあなあお前らさ付き合ってんのよく二人でいるけど
そうそう
あーめんどくせえ
え違うよ
もう付き合えばよくないだよな
鈴木と岡が
お似合いじゃん
I don't really do this. Like, I don't really ship people together. Like, obviously, like I do see pairings, but I don't really do that shit. I just kind of do my own thing. I don't know. I'm not really that into this. I do like coming up with ship names though. for real and fictional characters, because like that's fun. Don't ask why.
これ二人で全力で否定すると余計変になるやつじゃん。適当に乗っといてミユがバシッと否定してくれれば。ミユ、俺と付き合えんの？
いやどうだろう。
But you can't. Ah, god damn it! Now they're gonna feed the flames.
あれ？
Shit.
待て待て、そんなマジに？
Yeah, in this atmosphere, if you say it was a joke, that's just fucked up. But I mean, do they really like each other? Honestly, there should be a rom-com. You know, like I was pressured into confessing to my best friend, and now we're a couple. That sounds like a really fun rom-com, not gonna lie.
まあいっか。
お互いまあ無理ではないぐらいのノリで始まっ
Yeah, it's like we enjoy each other's company, so I'm not really opposed to dating, but it's like,
たものの
not ideal, you know.
気まずい。てか今まで何話してたっけ？
And yeah, it's like as soon as you get under that fucking boyfriend girlfriend label, it's like suddenly, I don't know, things become more awkward. It's just that it just feels as if you have to be more intimate, and you can't really act the same way, even though you probably should. I feel as if you do get with your best friend, you should just like try to act as normally as possible. And obviously, you can try to get closer, as close as what's comfortable for you. But the main thing is just ensuring that you guys have a fruitful and happy relationship. And if that means just replicating what you had as friends, then that's fine.
いつも笑ってばっかだったのに付き合うことになってから全然楽しくない。
But yeah, I agree. Sometimes it just doesn't work as a couple. We shouldn't like try. You shouldn't like try kissing or anything or going further. Just remain friends, and that's fine. Sometimes.
なんか付き合ってるっぽいことしてみる？
嫌いじゃないどころかむしろ好き。あ、違う。
Yeah, sometimes like you try to get you go with a friend, and then you have to like cross some barriers in order to get into like that dating zone. And sometimes it just doesn't feel right, you know, sometimes you just don't see them that way, and that's completely fine as well. I'm just saying that if you are getting into a relationship with someone that used to be your best friend, and things just kind of get awkward because now you have a new label, I just say forget labels and do what you want. Obviously, if you're dating, you do have the room, but maybe not the expectation. You shouldn't have the expectation that you should get closer, but you do have the room to if you want to, and if you're both comfortable with that. But if you want to just maintain like a friend, like just a friend relationship, then that's perfectly fine as well. It's just that if you just don't change anything, then at that point, what's the point of saying you're a couple? Just kind of say that you aren't, unless you really are willing to get closer. So I don't know. It's a delicate thing, and it's a case by case basis. It's all up to you what you're comfortable with.
うまく言えないけど間違いなくなんか違う。
やっぱそうだよな。違うよな、俺ら。そういうノリじゃないよな。なしなし。元に戻ろう。友達な。
言わせた。空気読ませちゃった。ごめん。
I mean, I feel like you should have said it yourself that this is wrong, and but either way, I think it's fine as long as the feelings are communicated correctly.
どうして
自分に非があると感じる記憶ほど
嫌な感じに引っかかり続けるのだろうか。
I get that a lot with what I did back in high school. Fuck.
謝るのもなんか自意識過剰だし、私
That's true. Like sometimes you apologize just because you want to like get a weight off your chest. You want to feel better, even though you didn't. Like the thing's already cleared up. There's nothing really wrong. It's just kind of awkward feeling.
すっきりしたいだけじゃん。
ミユさ、中学の集まり、俺がいたら来ないようにしてるだろ。なんかさ。
Wait, what? Make sure not to come if I'm there. I mean, you shouldn't just not come. Like, I want to meet the middle school friends. Like, you shouldn't just not come because someone else is there. It's like, why you want to avoid your middle school friends like that? I get that there's one guy you might be a little bit awkward with, but it's not that you left on like really bad terms. It's just like a little bit awkward. That's it. It's just a little bit awkward. So honestly, why? Just because of one person you want to skip out on meeting all your friends? It just seemed right to me.
そういうの面倒いじゃん。気にすんな、いろいろ。な。
Yeah.
また普通に遊ぼう。俺ら友達。はい、仲直り。イエーイ。
いえ。
じゃあな。
Okay.
ダーヤマ探すわ。
Who the fuck is Dayama? Isn't it Yamada? Who the hell's that? Maybe Dayama is the first name of Gapacho.
リヒト、また空気を読ませてしまった。
But
何
she just feels so guilty and like people have to be considerate of her. And it's like, yeah, but I mean, you should be considerate of other people as well. But I feel like she's trying to do that as well. It's just that she's a bit slow on that. I don't really fault her for anything. It's just things are awkward, and he's the one to try and make things less awkward. I mean, you should try as well, but there's nothing wrong with him being the one to do it.
あんたら和解してなかったの？
あー、なんていうか今やっとできたかも。
Hmm.
なんか過去のモヤモヤが一瞬でなかったことになってしまった。
いや、なんかオナチュー組で納得してるけど、こっちずっと疎外感すごいから。
Yeah, it's like you have FOMO because you're like missing out on conversation. Like you have no idea what the fucking lore and it's like what the fuck is going on? Like why who is this guy? What was the relationship before? What the hell? And I feel like Taniko is definitely feeling a lot of this because when you're the boyfriend and you feel like you're getting to know your girlfriend very well, you know her a lot, and then suddenly you get thrown this. Like I said before, it's just so jarring, and it's like, do I really know her? What the hell's going on? Who is this dude?
あー、ごめん。
ねえ、谷君。
And for Tani, it's also kind of like a romantic rival, like, who are you, and why are you so close to my Suzuki? But this is the first time I see Aki Tani.
じゃあ、あとは若いお二人で。
Youngsters? You're probably younger than both of them.
というわけで一瞬付き合いましょうってなったけど、すぐやっぱ違いますねってなって。変に隠す方が悪いことしてるみたいだし全部話したけど、墓穴？ちょっと変な失敗しただけで彼は今も昔も友達なんですよ。
I think he's fine with it. Like, you're just hashing things out and specifying what the relationship was. Like, obviously he was a little bit jealous, but you're clearing things up. If he's still jealous, I feel like that's on him.
そ
腑に落ちてる？
う。うん。
谷君は過去がある女は嫌なのだ。
I mean, it's not like you have so much of a past. Like, you kinda dated one guy before, and that was it. That's really nothing.
だろうか。私は谷君が初めての彼氏だ。
Yeah, I feel as if Richan doesn't really count as a boyfriend. Like, you kinda dated him, but not really. It doesn't count. Kinda reminds me of my first girlfriend. Even though that one also doesn't count. Which is why that reminded me of her. Don't talk about that.
機嫌取らせてごめん。これ僕自身の問題な気がする。
Yeah, because you know it's irrational to feel this jealous, but you still feel it anyway because you thought you know your girlfriend, and then it's like someone like from middle school that passed, and like there's so much you don't know now. It's irrational, yes, but it still makes you feel a bit insecure.
ちょっと頭整理してくれ。
リチャー
There he is! Finally, Yamada's back.
前どこ行ってたんだよ。
すまんすまん。
でも
Did we not get to see what happened between Yamada and Nishi? Because I feel like we didn't get to see that.
おかげでミユと仲直りできたわ。
え、お前ら仲悪かったっけ？
An IQ too fucking high from this guy.
じゃなくて、なんかわかるだろう。
いや、わかるけど。
You see, I do know. I just kind of need a re-explanation. Yes, just to jog my memory. You know?
まあいろいろなかったことにしようぜって感じね。
What?
俺は自分の失敗ちゃんと覚えておくよ。
What?
つうか俺恋愛云々よりもはるかに友達に嫌われたくねえの方が強いんかも。
Honestly, kind of agree. You know, like I don't really need like a strong love, as long as it's like you have people's approval, which is kind of not that I put it like that. It's kind of fucked. Like you need people's approval, but then again, you shouldn't need a romance as well. You should just be able to be a bit independent, but also be able to like interact with people, be happy being with people. I feel like just as same coin.
りっちゃん嫌いなやつなんていなくね？やま
What? I feel do people actually hate him or some shit? Why? I mean, maybe he's like a Chitose type figure, but I highly doubt it. He's not as like pretentious as Chitose is.
僕自身の問題とは。
ただのやきもちっしょ。
Yeah, he just feels jealousy, and like, yes, that's the thing. He knows that there's nothing between you and Rihito. It's just that because he knows that it makes it feel more irrational. It makes it feel like it makes him think to himself, why am I feeling this way? Why do I still feel jealous of the guy that doesn't even like see her in that way, and that she doesn't see it in that way, and there's nothing between them? Why do I still feel this way? You know, why am I being so insecure right now? And it's that reason that he's kind of beating himself up, and that's why he says that the problem lies with him.
人とは本当に何もなかったのに。
まありっちゃんイケメンだし。
たとえ見た目が良くても仲が良くてもそれが男子でも私にとってはイコール恋愛になるわけじゃないんだって。
Exactly. Just because you're friends, just because someone's hot, it doesn't mean you should just like date, right? I mean, maybe you could try it out, but that doesn't immediately equate to you being a good couple, right? It just means that you're good friends.
あの時学んで何もなかったわけじゃない。ちゃんと反省と後悔がある。
Huh?
にしても初彼とか初カナとかいいなピュアって感じで。
Yeah. I think there is some kind of purity because you're so new to it that there's a lot of purity to that, and it's like it's a once in a lifetime experience. Obviously, your first relationship, or maybe zero in a lifetime experience, but your first relationship, because you have no experience, it's such a new sensation, very nerve-wracking sensation as well, and it is pure because you're so nervous, because you just don't know what to do. It is very pure, and I agree with what she says here. And yeah, the fact that you have such a history, it means that you can't really experience that again because you just gone through so much shit. But then again, maybe you could emulate that kind of feeling because you've never really had like one where you both mutually like felt for each other. Instead, you just had one where someone like put you down, I guess.
もう私は経歴が濁りすぎて。
違う、関係ない。過去の潔白だとか初めてだとか過去に何もない方がピュアみたいなの変だよね。
I mean, to an extent, I feel like it's true that it's pure. The words I use to describe it like more like nerve-wracking, like it's special. It is. I feel like the best word to describe it is pure because you just don't like know what to do. You don't have any experience, and I wouldn't say it's weird. It's just like it's special. It is your first relationship is special. You don't want to compromise that, right? You may say that like, oh, you're just vandalizing that too much, but I do agree with that. Yeah, like because like you're so new to it, it is special. So I disagree with Suzuki here. There is a sense of purity to it, but you can still get that feeling in like even your like a fifth romance because it's just there's always a way to feel new feelings in a relationship, especially if like oh it's the one or whatever.
どうした？なんかスイッチ入った？
たとえ私が過去に100人抱いた女。
Okay, 100 is a a lot. Okay, 100 is a lot. I can't be the only one that thought of Bonnie Blue, but that's a bit much. Even 10 is a lot. Listen, my rule of thumb is this. If your body count is half of your age, that's a lot. And it's probably a little bit generous. That's probably very generous. You know, it's just it is a lot, right? 100 people, that's a lot.
だとしても
Unless you're 1,000 years old like Freeman, then maybe not.
今これから目の前の人と真摯に向き合おうって思ったならそれはもうピュアじゃんね
Yeah. I mean, like, if you have the sincerity now and in the future to face the person you love, yeah, that is considered pure. But that's not mutually exclusive. Like, there can't be only one pure thing in relationships. I think that can be pure, yes. And also, your first relationship can also be pure. Both of them are pure at the same time, and you can have double pure by having them, like, by having your first relationship and feeling that way. It's just the way that she structures her point as well. I feel as if, like, I hate to say this, but it's very easy to get caught in like, oh, I'm viewing you as sincerity. Oh, you're a real one, not like the other ones. It's just I don't want to slut shame, but what's the difference, right? Because you can always say that I'm gonna view them with sincerity now, but like, what's changed? If you keep going at relationships like this and keep saying that, oh, I'm viewing it with sincerity now, you know, I didn't do it the other times, then like you're just being a dick. That's not true to their feelings, right? You're just lying to people. You're not actually viewing the person you love with sincerity and honesty. You're just kind of deceiving people and adding another one to the count. Now that's the worst case scenario. But there are cases where like Azuma, she's really had a lot of relationships where even she would admit it wasn't really sincere. And even going into it, she might not have even felt like it was sincerely looking at the person you love. But I feel as if you get into another relationship, if you're the next person to get into a relationship with her, because of that high count, I'm sorry, but you kind of are going to be suspicious. You would be suspicious because it's like, does she really have that sincerity with me? Am I really like her first one to be like that? And like like Azuma's a great girl. I like her even if she has a lot of problems, especially in the romance department. It's just it's hard to not see that past experiences can project future ones. And obviously it's a false analogy to think that just because her previous relationships were like this, just that means that her future ones would be like that. But it is indicative of like a habit of hers to just not really go into relationships like that seriously and just get with guys. And while that kind of reputation can be broken and should be broken, it should be broken, especially if she does actually have the will and the sincerity to do it. It's kind of hard to get into that, like to really get into that mold and just break through of it because of the fact that she's gotten with so many people and because of the fact that it's hard to really convince someone that yes, you are the first real one, because that's what you've been saying for the past like 5 attempts, you know? So TLDR, high body count can be bad, but it's circumstantial. And also I feel like it kind of erodes people's trust in you to have that really high body count, because it brings into doubt whether you really do have feelings for them. And that is sad. But it's a cautionary measure, because you don't want to be just number 17. You want to actually be someone that she's looking for in a long-term relationship, right? And it would be fine if all of her previous relationships were actually long-term, but it's not. They were all just really shitty short relationships. So trust is like a credit card, a credit score. If you use it up a lot, you don't have much to owe anymore, and you have to give back that trust in order to prove that you're worthy of more of it, right? That's how credit cards work. You need to pay it back in order to get back your credit card score, in order for you to take out more credit card debt. You need, in my eyes, you need to be able to regain the trust that you've lost by like just I don't want to say sleeping around, but like fucking around. Let's just say that. That's still a bad one, but you get what I mean when I say that. You need to regain that trust because I feel like trust is kind of a credit card. In fact, in Chinese, credit cards are called trust cards. So that doesn't mean you're incapable of getting into a relationship again, and that with that low trust you shouldn't be able to. But because of that low trust, you need to be able to pay back your debt, and prove that and raise up your credit score in order to take out another loan, another more credit card debt on that trust, and then be able to pay that even more. That's how I think this works. But then again, I'm a guy that's never been in a relationship before, so trusting me, this has been way too long of a rant. But I feel like Suzuki's definitely like way too like idealistic about this. It's just, yeah. I am your now. Like I said before, is that what you've been saying before? I can understand why someone would be cautious, but I can totally understand from the girl's perspective. It's like, fuck, because you kind of dug the hole for yourself, and like it's hard to dig out, and we should give her a chance to dig out. It's just kind of fucked. You should be cautious, but not too cautious. Because there are. I feel like if you want to make a redemption, you should be given the chance to do that. I feel like she hasn't really felt that. She just kind of like had crushes and just really short relationships, but she's never really been in love. But maybe, she's gonna turn the corner, and her true love is tired. No, it's not. Yeah, that's not a true love. I mean, considering he doesn't know the context, hearing that honestly, that would offend me too. I mean, even with with the context, it's not really rude. It's just kind of like, okay. But without the context, it's like, what the fuck? Huh? Aw, I bet Suzuki would then.
自分が知らない交友関係があることくらい初めから分かってることなんだけど
Yeah, that's the thing I've been saying before. You know it. You knew all these things going into it, and you know there's nothing between them, and you know there's still a lot more to learn about her. It's just that jealousy, that fear of like missing out or not knowing this stuff about your girlfriend. It eats up at you, and it makes you feel a little bit jealous, and you feel bad for feeling jealous because like, why? I know this, right? Like your heart saying one thing, but your brain saying another.
過ぎた出来事にモヤモヤしたって仕方ない。
Yeah.
ただ、
また普通に遊ぼう。
今とこの先の些細なことが気になって。
So Miyu is first name. Suzuki's last name?
どうして日に日に自信がつくどころか欲が出て心が。
Actually, what the fuck? That's actually a really hard as hell line. Instead of growing bolder, I grow greedier. Instead of like, so basically he's saying instead of trying to make advances on Suzuki, he's being greedy in that he wants people to distance themselves from Suzuki. He feels that jealousy, so he wants like her all to himself. But he's still not making like those advances on her. Like I said, it's rooted in those same feelings of like jealousy and feeling the guilt of that jealousy.
どころか欲が出て心が狭くなるんだろう。
I wouldn't.
好きだよ。
Oh, another confession. Look at that. Honestly, that's such a wholesome couple. Like she knew he was down and just cheered him up like that. Yeah, it's nice and wholesome. Now she can be an airhead sometimes, but they clear it up. It's fine.
谷君、私ね、谷君の嘘がなくてはっきりしてるところ大好き。けどたまに全然大丈夫ですけどみたいな感じで実はぐるぐる考えてることあるでしょ。
I mean, I feel like everyone does that. They say they're fine, but they're not really fine. Like that one fucking meme.
いいよ。
はっきりしなくても考えてる途中でもなんかモヤモヤしてるならなんかモヤモヤしてるって教えてよ。
Yeah, that's what relationships are for. Not just romantic, but also platonic. You know, being able to lean on someone and like having these emotions, just having someone to vent on, not just in a girlfriend, but also in a friend. It's just nice. Be able to lean on each other. You should be comfortable with that.
表彰式を始めますので、生徒の皆さんは体育館に集まってください。
All right.
このままここにいちゃおっか。
Sure. I'd love to be in this position as well, because hug from the back. Yeah.
と自分を比べても仕方ないのに勝手にモヤモヤして、それでモヤモヤしてる自分が嫌になる。
I was right. The fact that he felt that anxiety, that jealousy, that's what makes him feel even worse, because he feels guilty. He hates himself for feeling that way because he knows it's so irrational, but he feels it anyway. And it's you can't really control it, right? It's just kind of like a maybe primal instinct, you know, someone like talking to your girl, you know, it's yours, you shouldn't touch her, and you should be able to control that, obviously, and you shouldn't want to feel that way again, but I do think it's okay to feel that way as long as you don't let it control you and let it balloon too much. Don't feel too guilty. So.
そっち私にじゃなくて
Yeah, no.
もやもやさせてごめんね。
いや、
他には
鈴木さん、ああいう人好きそうって思った。
I mean, no, not really. It's like Yamada. They're into the opposite type.
そんなこと言い出したら私より谷君にお似合いな人だっていっぱいいるわけじゃん。
いないよ。
いるよ。
誰？
知らんけど。
Hey, why is she the one
な
arguing?
んだこのやりとり。
みゆ
Oh, we're on first name basis now? Huh?
ってみんなから呼ばれてたの？
いや、そうでもないんだけど。
Yeah, so it was just for him? Oh, that makes it feel even worse.
リヒトの場合は逆張り的な感じで。
Contrarians. Contrarians in like the anime community can just fucking suck. It's like, oh, I don't like Frieren because everyone else fucking likes it. Ah!
人。
谷君、言いたいことあるなら言ってください。
いや、いい。
ふーん。
2年7組、
じゃあ
谷
ユウ
祐介、鈴木
We got called out personally. Like that. Oh, that's embarrassing.
美優、
Yikes.
体育館まで移動しなさい。
あ、バレた。
How the fuck did they know? Okay, maybe the teachers take attendance there. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, you make sense. I'm sorry.
じゃあ行こっか、ユウスケくん。
Is his name Yusuke Tani? I thought it would be Tani. Like his last name's Yusuke and his first name's Tani.
もう誰もいないや。二人で呼び出されたの絶対後でいじられるな。
Yeah.
ねえ、ユウスケさん。
Aw, to Suzuki-san, I look forward to our continued relationship. Feels a bit formal to say it like that, but you do you, Tani.
無理に呼ばなくていいから。
Also, what are these other comments? Your voice is too loud, you talk too much. I kind of agree, but I like that about her. Tell me all kinds of stories again sometimes. Probably some middle school friends, yeah. Doesn't know anything. Yama? Oh, like Yamada? Ah, whatever.
でいいから。
Well, okay. Yeah, it's the ending. That is another episode of Polar Opposites. Oh wait, this is the heart earring. I never noticed that. But anyways, that's another episode of Polar Opposites. And yeah, I did go on a huge rant about like body counts and relationships and shit. Take that with a grain of salt. I'm not really a guy that's dealt with that kind of shit. So yeah, it's crazy though. 100 is very, very much. I even made a tweet about that actually. I made a tweet replying to some Twitter drama about this. Maybe I'll link it in the description of this video, but I'll probably forget by the time I upload it. But yeah, that was a nice episode, and we got some backstory. Richan was interesting, and I like how Tani dealt. I like these kind of like this feeling of like jealousy from Tani and hating himself for feeling jealousy and the anxiety. It felt so real. I feel like I would feel that way as well, and it feels so relatable, and I like the way they talked it up. A very wholesome relationship. Then more Nishi. She didn't really get to interact with Yamada though, so that was kind of lame. And anything else? Yeah, there was the beginning portion as well, setting shit up. Yeah, nice culture festival episode too. You know what? A very solid episode of Polar Opposites, but yeah, it's going to be the end of this reaction. If you're still watching this for whatever reason, get the fuck out of here. But remember, for subscribing, liking, ringing the bell, commenting down below, and be sure to check out the playlist over there for even more You and I Polar Opposites content. And as always, until next time, peace. Wait, no, sayonara. Yeah.